Captain for the Wolves, number 26, Brian Garcia. Number 23.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Pointer Football. It's Friday night, and the Van Buren Pointers have made the 2.5-hour trip down to Garland County, where they take on conference foe, the Lake Hamilton Wolves. The captains are at midfield now with the officials. Captains for Lake Hamilton are number 23, Malakil Williams, number 28, Jonathan Nichols, number 59, Harley Husser, and number 70, Kenyon Simpson. Van Buren's captains, as always, Trenton Cooley, Cameron Keller, John Michael Fisher, and Ethan Hurst. Looks like Van Buren has won the toss and deferred their option to the second half, and the Wolves have decided they want the ball. So the Wolves will have the offense on the field first. Van Buren will have the kicking team come out, and both teams hustle back to their respective end zones as they are set to come out of their tunnels. And we are just about ready for Van Buren Pointer football. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this broadcast. This is Mark Hurst, and once again, I am with you, and we'll be along for the play-by-play for the game tonight, as well as the color commentary. I am flying solo tonight as Ethan McKenzie is taking the night off, celebrating his birthday. Coach McKenzie, happy birthday, my friend. Hope you enjoy your time tonight. I saw Coach McKenzie as he was leaving school, and he pulled out behind me as we were at a stoplight, and I texted him, happy birthday. He said, thank you. He said, I'm actually on my way to try to get 9 holes in. So he had a get together tonight with some friends for his birthday, but he spent a little time at Eagle Crest playing a little golf today. So happy birthday, Coach. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll have to put up with just me tonight, so I will apologize ahead of time if there's some dead air as I try to gather my thoughts and numbers, and won't have Coach McKenzie or Jackson here with me tonight. But we're glad to be here. And I'll tell you what, we got here about 30 minutes ago, and as I was walking in, Josh Smith, who does our technology here, he gets all this set up, and they normally arrive a couple, 3 hours prior, and they were in a scramble. They had had a flat tire when they hit about Clarksville today, so I tell you what, they are good. He and Stephen Copeland, the cameraman, have got us up and running in a record amount of time, and they do such a great job, as always. Kelly puts the ball in the air, and he kicks that almost to the end zone, and that's where number 14, Carson Jackson, fields that for the Wolves, and he brings that ball out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where the Wolves offense will take over this first series. The Wolves run the notorious wing T offense. They are known for it, and quarterback number 4, Landon West, he's a senior, 6 foot, 175 pounds. He brings his team to the line. Jackson in motion. He's being pressured from the backside. And that was Carson Jackson, who did a little go route and then stopped, put on the brakes, and a huge pickup as the quarterback West was being pursued from the backside. It looked like Brian Ramos may have been on the pursuit there and got to the quarterback, but West had time to let that ball fly, and that's a first down for Lake Hamilton. 1st and 10, just the Van Buren side of the 50-yard line. West under center, checks his play. And there's the give to their big running back, number 44, Hayden Barton. Barton is a name that you will hear a lot tonight. He is their bell cow. He's averaging 153 yards per game. Senior, 5'11", 215 pounds, so he's a load to bring down. And Van Buren's defense did there. He picked up 0 on that. 2nd and 10. There's a give over the left side. And I believe that's number 1, Dylan Murphy. Murphy's a senior, 5'11", 175 pounds. He's averaging 71 yards per game. Lake Hamilton running that wing T. They really like to run the ball. When things are going well, they are running the ball. 3rd down and about 2. Jackson goes in motion to the right side. And there's the give to Barton. And Barton going to pick up a 1st down before he is drugged down. Like number 16, Blaine Pruitt, in on that tackle, along with John Michael Fisher. So a new set of downs for the Wolves, 1st and 10. Barton and Murphy in the backfield. West back to pass. He lets one fly, and he's got a receiver, but overthrows him by about 5 yards. That was number 11, Heath Hall, the intended receiver. He's a senior. 2nd down and 10. West looks over his offense. He checks the defense. It looks like Van Buren has got 3 down linemen plus 2 linebackers that are up on the line ready to bring pressure. And number 1, Dylan Murphy, gets over this left side, and that's a gain of about 8. Bring up 3rd and 2. Lake Hamilton quick back to the line of scrimmage. Murphy motions to the right. He'll set up in the right wingback position, and the give to Barton. And Barton easily picks up a 1st down. Boy, the wing T offense is one of those that you have to defend by getting in the backfield if you can, trying to disrupt all the pulling guards and trying to get back there before the quarterback can reverse out and hand the ball off. Alex Welburn and that front got their job, big job in front of them tonight. Lake Hamilton is 4-1 on the season. The one loss that they have was the opening game against crosstown rival Hot Springs Lakeside. And Lakeside won that one 29-34. And the thing I noticed when I was watching film is they were really in the backfield a lot. There's a pass to the end zone. The intended receiver was number 24, Parker Vandy. And he must have been held on his route. We'll get the call from our white hat tonight. And that's going to be pass interference on the defense. That's a 15-yard penalty, but since we are inside the 30, that'll be half the distance. And the result of that will be a 1st down. 1st and goal for Lake Hamilton from Van Buren 7. West with the toss sweep to Barton. And Barton is going to get in on the score, but we have a flag in the end zone. I'm hoping that that's an offensive hold on maybe the receiver out there who was leading around for Barton. Let's see what we have. It is indeed a hold.
Holding against the Wolves.
That hold was at the point of attack there, right in front of the head linesman as he had the ball carrier, but also had the blockers that were in front of him. Van Buren benefits from the hold. The officials now kill the clock, and the head linesman and the referee discuss this. I'm not sure if they're trying to figure out where the ball should be spotted. Maybe trying to put some time back on the clock. It looks like 8:06 is on the clock. They are trying to motion to the press box. And now I believe the line judge will come over and try to have some communication with one of the coaches to possibly get a message up to, there it is, 8 minutes and 15 seconds now on the clock. So that is indeed what they were trying to do. No field mic for the White Hat here tonight. Hate to see that. To me, such nice facilities here, great facilities, Lake Hamilton. They should provide the White Hat with a field mic. Not only helps for reporting penalties and numbers, but communication to the press box is a whole lot quicker and easier. There's the give. I believe that was to Barton, and Barton is tackled at the line of scrimmage by number 70, Nate Silva. Silva is a 6'1", 210-pound junior, and he's in there along with Big Alex Welburn and number 56, Antoine Cooper. And I believe that number 81, Charlie Vaughn, in there as well. So Van Buren kind of going with a forefront here. That's a little bit different than Van Buren's normal three front. West has time to throw. He's pressured now, trying to get a pass out, and he does. And Lake Hamilton is going to score. Trying to get a number on who caught that pass, and he is actually shaken up a little bit, and that is Barton. Barton comes out of the backfield and catches that touchdown pass and shaken up just a little bit as he is hit, kind of shaking his head. Well, that should be Barton's one completion this game. In all of Lake Hamilton's 5 ball games, he has one completed pass in every ball game, including this one now. Number 22, Tristan Morales on for the PAT. That kick is good. 7 minutes and 27 seconds left to play in this opening quarter. And the Wolves up 7-0. This is the 8th time that Van Buren and Lake Hamilton have met over the years. Fairly young. Won't necessarily call it a rivalry matchup, and actually started back in 1993. That's the first time Van Buren played Lake Hamilton, played them in 93, 94, 95. I texted Coach Gary Deffenbaugh today and said, do you remember why Van Buren ended up having to pick up Lake Hamilton back in the 90s? He said, you know, from my recollection, back then we were pretty strong. And it was just hard to get non-conference opponents. We had moved to the then 4A conference, which was the largest conference in the state at that time, my senior year in football season 91. And our non-conference schedule changed a little bit. And so he said it was just hard to find non-conference matchups. And so that's how they ended up picking up Lake Hamilton 2.5 hours away. On the kickoff there, we have a couple of flags, and it looks like that's probably going to be a hold against Van Buren. That is a hold, so that'll be 10 yards from the spot of that foul, which looks like they have decided is about the 30, so that will move Van Buren back. They will start this first series at the 20. Van Buren coming off a big win last week against Siloam Springs, 45-11, to get their first conference win of the season. Hayden Williford was 13 for 22 passing last week, 226 yards and 4 touchdowns. He brings his team out. Cameron Keller in the backfield with him. Trenton Cooley comes in motion now to this near side. And then swings back around to the left. Blocked by Weston Wilcox. Nice block. And a first down by Trenton Cooley. That was a fantastic catch and move by Cooley, but the block by Wilcox was what sprung that. And Wilcox did a great job of not holding right there. The defender spun on him, and it looked like Weston had pushed him in the back. But since he had engaged in front, that's actually a legal block. 1st and 10, the give to Cameron Keller. And Keller on first down going to pick up about 4. Cameron Keller had a fantastic ball game last week. 26 carries for 216 yards and 1 touchdown. Keller off to a great season start. 2nd down and 6. There's a quick pass intended for Cooley and picked off by Lake Hamilton. There's a pick 6, but a penalty on the play. It looks like possibly either a blindside block against Lake Hamilton or a block in the back. Number 64, Johnny Seoxenfu, went down to the ground. He was on the ground at the spot of that flag. Let's see what we have. Yeah, that's a blindside block. So the interception will stand, but the 15-yard penalty marked off from the spot of that foul will keep Lake Hamilton out of the end zone and move them back 15 yards. Lake Hamilton fired up. It's homecoming for them tonight. Big crowd. They had several homecoming maids on the field before the game. They actually do a homecoming maid for every club that they have at the high school. If you'll remember last year, we came down here and played spoiler and beat Lake Hamilton last year during their homecoming. There's the give to, couldn't tell if that was Barton or Jackson on the carry, but a pickup of 5 nonetheless. Coach Henry and I were discussing that, actually, saying I don't know that we're going to be able to sneak up on Lake Hamilton this year. They will be expecting us to come down here, and a little revenge maybe on their minds from the upset last year. There's the give to number 1, Dylan Murphy. Murphy going to make his way over the left side to pick up a first down. Last year when Van Buren beat Lake Hamilton, it was the start of a 5-game losing streak to end their season. And if you'll remember, their starting quarterback went down in with an injury the game prior to us last year. And that 5-game losing streak kept the Wolves from making the playoffs for the first time since 2005. So definitely they are wanting to right the ship here, and so far they're off to a good start. West with the give to Barton over the right side. He's going to pick up 3 before he is brought down by John Michael Fisher. Number 35, Jace Ponder. Second and 7. Van Buren going to need to do something to stop this offense from moving at will. There's the give over the left side, some pressure by Ponder. And a first down for Lake Hamilton. John Michael Fisher given credit for that tackle. First and 10, the give to Barton on that right side, and there's a nice tackle, gang tackle by Van Buren. Number 15, Darren Mays in on that. Number 12, Landon Evans. Number 4, Ramos in on some of that. Caden Webb. Whole host of pointers there on that tackle. Second down and 10. And we will try to keep this thing up and running. That was a first down pass. Van Buren going to have to do something here to keep Lake Hamilton out of the end zone. First and 10 from about the 11. There's a fake to Murphy and the give up the middle to Barton. Barton close to a first down. And he does have the first down, it looks like. Nope, second down. Second down and 1, so they can still get a first down before hitting the end zone. Barton in the backfield. The give to him, and he's going to score. So that PAT by number 22, Tristan Morales, is blocked. It was a low kick. 13-0 now the score. Again, I apologize for the buffering earlier, but we're back up and running. We should be good now. The facilities here at Lake Hamilton and the hospitality from their tech crew has been good. We should be good to go. Number 48, Christian Morales, on to kick this ball off to Van Buren. He puts the ball in the air, and it's going to be fielded at about the 10-yard line by number 18, Carter Kelly. And he's got a lane on that left side and gets up across the 40-yard line. And that was a play you could tell that was a design. Coach Elliott had that drawn up and had that blocking scheme set up, because as soon as Kelly got that ball, he made a beeline over towards Van Buren's sideline, and that's definitely the way that they had that blocking scheme. Trips receivers on this first play of the second possession of Van Buren. The give to Keller over the left side. Keller going to pick up 2. Hayden Williford has only thrown 3 interceptions all season, so that first possession that ended with an interception is uncharacteristic for the young quarterback. There's the quick pass out to Cooley. Cooley tries to make a man miss, but nice tackle there in the open field by a couple of defenders. That's number 14, Carson Jackson, in on that tackle. Third down and 3. Number 13, Philip Steele, and number 1, Weston Wilcox, split to this near side. Cooley and Riggs split to the far side. Time to throw, and the ball off of number 1, Weston Wilcox's hands. Nice protection there by the Van Buren offensive line. Plenty of time for Williford to let that go. Just couldn't connect with Wilcox. Number 90, Manning Dodson on for the punt attempt. Deep for Lake Hamilton, number 5, Caleb Rouse. Van Buren a little bit late getting personnel onto the field. They get them set, but not quite set enough. It's a great kick by Manning Dodson, but we're going to have an illegal motion or a legal procedure because I don't think we got set. The late man coming onto the field never got there. We'll give the center official and the white hat time to sort this out. It's a live ball foul, so Lake Hamilton will have the option of a 5-yard penalty and a re-kick, or they can take it where it is. That's a pretty good punt by Manning Dodson, so I imagine Lake Hamilton would want the re-kick. And that was an illegal participation, so we had too many men on the field there. Well, they reported legal participation, but that's actually a 15-yard penalty. They marked off an illegal substitution. Nope, here we go. Thought we were going to get away with one there. It was definitely a participation. This crew could have killed that as soon as they noticed the 12th man on the field, but they chose to let it play. Once that play happens with 12 men, it becomes a 15-yard participation penalty. Dodson gets off another great kick, but this one going to be fielded by Rouse, and he's drugged down on a great open field tackle by number 15, Darren Mays. Mays does such a great job as a linebacker for Van Buren, and he covers the field there on the punt team as well and brings down Rouse after no gain. 1 minute, 16 seconds left to play in this opening quarter. Lake Hamilton up 13-0, and so far Van Buren's defense has not been able to stop the Wolves. There's an end around. Barton blocking in front of Murphy, and a penalty flag that comes out. Probably a hold. Fan from Lake Hamilton says let them play. We don't mind letting them play as long as there's not an advantage gain, and obviously an advantage gained there by the offense. Big advantage when you can hold. So that large gain will be negated and moved back. We'll replay first down, and it's first and about 11 now. West comes to the sideline and gets the play from head coach Tommy Gillerin. The toss sweep to Barton over the right side, and defended pretty well by Van Buren. Several players in on that tackle. Alex Welburn comes out of that pile, as well as number 81, Charlie Vaughn. Darren Mays in on that as well. Second down and 9. I mentioned head coach Tommy Gillerin. He is actually a graduate of Lake Hamilton. He played here in the 90s and coached at Fountain Lake, just down the road from here. Been here since 2017. He took over after a long time Coach Jerry Clay, who had coached here for 30 years. He retired. Lake Hamilton hired another gentleman who was here for just a year, and then Coach Gillerin took the job. Does a great job. That's the end of the first quarter. Van Buren is down 13-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You are watching and listening to Van Buren Pointer Media's coverage of Van Buren Pointer football.
Van Buren, a place for building community for generations to come, for fostering the love of lifelong learning, for dedicated educators, shaping minds with care and expertise. A place for unleashing creativity and self-expression, cultivating curiosity and critical thinking. A place for those who want to rise to the top for their educational experience. Van Buren School District, a place for you.
We are back at Lake Hamilton, where the Wolves look to continue this drive. Their first two drives of this ball game have been successful, ended in the end zone, both of them. A blocked PAT on a low liner kick is the one mistake that they have made in this ball game. Other than the 3 or 4 penalties they've had some big plays that have been negated by holding penalties. Other than that, they have had their way against the Van Buren defense. 2nd down and 9. West back to pass. He's going to throw a little short one out to Barton, and that's read well. And the tackle made by number 38, Donovan Akins. Nice open field tackle there by the sophomore. 5'9", 160 pounds goes Akins. His key must have been that running back out of the backfield. Third and 9. It's back to throw. He's pressured. He's got a receiver. And number 24, Parker Vandy. West had plenty of time to throw. There's a whistle by the back judge. Flag down for the back judge, and looks like he's counting. So this could be an illegal substitution. Apologize for the technical difficulties there. We had a flag for a potential illegal substitution. The back judge thought he had 12. They actually waved that off, and the next play was a give to Murphy in the backfield, and he was met in the backfield for a loss. Here comes pressure, and West is met on both sides by number 4, Brian Ramos, and number 38, Donovan Akins. That sack is going to bring up a big loss, and now we're going to go 3rd down and about 20. Technical difficulties. Josh Smith is here working his hardest to keep us up and running. Nothing phases Josh Smith. He says, okay, this internet doesn't work. We'll just switch to Wi-Fi, go to hotspots, and he'll have 3 or 4 hotspots running this thing before the night's over. Third down and 20, and head coach Tommy Gillerin going to call a timeout.